ready for partials. So what I like to have done sort of already when I'm going to do partials is I might even go ahead and just draw 5 fulls in various proportions and various sizes. Some right side up, some upside down. And see what you can come up with. This is the shortcut version of it. But you got to make sure that you have a parallelogram essentially here with a dot right above the center of that parallelogram. Let me show you 4 different ways of doing partials, and then maybe you can come up with your own. Let's do one more right side up here, long skinny one here. So notice this edge here is closest to me, so it's going to be further down on the page. Tend to have things closer to you further down on the page, things further away higher on the page, generally speaking. All right, here we go. So if I cut the top, let's say I cut the bottom off the pyramid, it's still just going to look like a pyramid shape, just a smaller one. So if I cut the top off, it's going to create a new form. So that's what I want to do. And when I do that, I want to cut it in a way that's straight across for this first one. So this line here will be parallel to the base, and this line here will be parallel to the base. And if I erase what's on top, I'm going to have a new exposed shape. And that new exposed shape is a square seen at an angle. So what do I draw on my paper here? A parallelogram. So I need to make this side parallel to this one, this side here parallel to that one, and shade these 3 different values. They're facing 3 different directions, so they should have different values. I can do the same thing. Let's do it a little bit lower here on this one. I'm going to cut the top off of here, but I'm going to cut it off at an angle like this on this side. So this one's parallel on this side, and this is at an angle. Erase what I want to remove. Draw the parallelogram is the new exposed shape. And it kind of looks like something like that. Okay. Another way of doing it is doing it as if it's point side down. And this is pretty common. You see a lot of bins that are kind of this shape because they're stackable, especially if they're hollow inside. Let's make a hollow kind of bin, point side down parallel. Your hand-in bins are kind of that way. The baskets where I keep some of the tools in the classroom are kind of that way. So I'm going to draw these 2 lines, not quite there, are parallel to the base. So this one's parallel to this, and this one's parallel to this. Erase the point, so I cut the point off, and cut the bottom off here. And then if I want to, I got to remember where that dot is, I can draw a line towards this. It's pointed right towards the point here. And to make it the same length of this, almost like one of our projection drawings. And then I'm going to finish, I might see the inside of the bin. This line here is parallel to all these. And this line here is parallel to all these. There's cake pans like this. There's lots of different things that are this way. Lots of different containers. And the wonderful thing about them is they're stackable. If you had multiples, it stacked together really nice. All right. I'm going to do one more advanced one down here. You're welcome to try. I'm going to first cut off the top, and then I'm going to cut it again a little bit. So I draw those 2 lines parallel to the bases, 2 parallel lines there. I'm going to make a parallelogram here. And then let's cut a little extra notch out of here. So these are, actually these should line up at the point. Line up at the point. This is parallel to the base. This is parallel to this top parallelogram. It's supposed to be. Let's try it again. Cut out the notch. Remove the part you don't want. This line here lines up. Good to have that point still there. That lines up with the point, and there you have it. So you have you've cut off the top, and now you'll have a notch cut out of there. Oh, one line I'm forgetting. This line here should be parallel to all these. It's going in that same direction. There we go. So we have inside here, we have a surface facing up, a surface facing up, a surface facing towards you, and a surface facing up all inside here. Okay. Draw 5, shade 5.